Hello, I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another weekly update of my channel and everything that goes along with it. I hope you guys had a great week, productive stitching, I hope. I got a lot of different things done, not necessarily a ton of stitching, but a lot of different things done. So before I forget, because I always forget, you can check me out on Instagram at Stitching Jules Design. I do also have a Facebook page, the same name. I have a Shopify store, stitchingjulesdesigns.com, as well as I have an Etsy store. So all the links are down below. In my in my stores, basically all my stores, my different stores only do digital patterns, and the reason why is because they're really intended for those folks who want to use Pattern Keeper or another PDF reader that allows them to use like an electronic device to stitch upon. I would like for the stores to be able to sell just the physical patterns and not compete with that. So if you really want a physical pattern, reach out to your favorite cross stitch store, needlework shop, and see if they can, obtain the pattern for you. I'm happy to work with any shop that's out there. Send them all my patterns and whatnot. Speaking of which, I got back from the printer some examples of my new cover page design, and also got some new packaging. I think it looks a lot more professional than it did before. Visual, like I can do patterns and stuff, but like design, style and whatnot, no, don't look at me for that kind of stuff. But I have improved, I believe, the patterns. So this is the haunted house pattern. So wanted to make it a bit more, have it stand out a bit more so that people can really see it. Thankfully my printer is also a graphic designer. It gave me some tips to see. I chose this yellowish linen cover, which looks really good with the black and white stuff, and then on the back side it has all the information about the pattern. So if you turn it over, you can see all that, and it now comes in these like cool little self-sealable plastic little sleeves, basically. So I think a step up in the looks department when it comes to my patterns. So super happy to get that done. Just need to print out some more, or get some more printed out, and then I shall be good. We've got the Needlework Expo coming up at the end of the month. I did a Zoom meeting with the folks and got a lot of good info, and hopefully can really start plugging away at what I want to put up on the store. So all right, let's just jump to my patterns that I'm doing, and to show you what I've been working on. I'm getting closer and closer to finishing Sun Worship. Full coverage is, I love full coverage, but I haven't been doing it for I haven't done it in a while, so it always shocks me, like sometimes how much slower it goes versus some of my other stuff, but it is so worth it. It looks practically done. I'm at like 94%. I've got about 1,800 stitches left, and last week I was like, I think I had like 2,500 or whatever, 3,000 stitches or whatever it was. And I was like, there's no way that there's that many stitches left to do on this. And oh no, I realized that there was. So there's the design's coming in. You can see it now. It's really there. I've just got to finish up little bits here and there. So super happy with this one. Can't wait to find the right frame for it, get it all put together for you guys so you guys can see it. Next up is the Cowboy, which both of these actually started doing a Stitch With Me again, Stitch With Me series on both of these. This Cowboy progress. I didn't make a lot of progress with the Cowboy this week, mostly just down in his hand area down here. It's funny, it's like I go through these phases where I want to work on monochrome and it's all I do. And then this past week there were just too many other things that distracted me. So I'm working on it. So check out the back. The back doesn't look too bad. Actually, it looks pretty good compared. It almost looks better than the front, right? I'm kidding. No, the front looks better, and so less cluttered. So I was sure that I was going to have this one done by last weekend, but I did not. I'm not even going to have it done by this weekend. There's so many other things that have been taking my attention up. But anyway, so there's that. I use WinStitch as my pattern design, what do you call it, program that I use. And I finally downloaded the update for that. And it's different. Every time they do an update, it's different. So I have to kind of figure out what works best for me. And I'm going to try and work on that this week because I really want to put some more designs out. I love the design process, and I really want to do that. But it's going to take a little bit of figuring out what works best on, with this new update. And the new update is actually months old. I'm finally just converting myself over. So I'm a slow adapter, basically, or a slow adopter. Let's say that. I did put out a new pattern though, because I found while I was going through and I'm still going through and sort of cleaning up patterns. I'm making them better, making them sort of the final versions of themselves. And one of the ones that I found while I was doing that was a yellow VW bug. So I know at one point, I do have a red bug on my site, but the yellow VW bug I just never put up. So it's now up on the Etsy store. It'll be up on the Shopify store soon. But yeah, that's now up there. So I don't know why I didn't put it up before, because it's like a watercolor, kind of a ghostly look to it. It's cool. All right, so we got all that done. All right, so last week I put out the call for some smaller FlossTube channels to reach out to me to see if they wanted to do some stitching of one of my patterns on their channel, and I got some good responses back. And the really crazy thing is that every single person picked not only a different pattern to do, but a pattern that I hadn't done yet. So it's great because I get to see everything kind of, I'm going to get to see everything stitched up. I really appreciate these guys. So in no particular order, just basically on the order that I have thrown out there. Daphne Chamberlain is actually going to be doing my mini book street coming up here, and I'm super excited to see that one completed. She's awesome. She has a great channel. You check her out. All the links will be down below for all these channels, okay? Next up is Terry Lee Crafts, and she is, I think, it's August 4th, so she should have already started. She likes to start she said she was going to start on August 1st. The Winter Sleigh Ride, which is a larger full coverage pattern. Whenever I look at it, I think about like the cold weather and the snow and whatnot. So this is perfect for her to get started on this. As she develops it, it's going to get colder and colder, so I'm going to love it. But she's excited. I'm excited. Can't wait to see what it looks like. And then there's Nicola, Simply a Stitcher, who is going to be doing, who's already started, Polar Bear and Cub. And she is already like 10% along. So I have to apologize. There's a lot of white to stitch in the piece. I contemplated not doing that, just having the polar bear be white and different things. But to be honest with you, it was just so, I could never make it look as good as just having it be the white. So unfortunately with that piece, there's a lot of white to stitch. Outside of that, it's when the color comes in, it's going to look amazing. And she's just plugging away. She does a lot of full coverage pieces, so I encourage you to check out her channel. Links down below. Next up are folks that have reached out to me and are going to start working on certain patterns. First one up is Kreated by Karen. She's going to be doing my monochrome piece, Feeding the Horse. That's going to look amazing, and so I can't wait to see what that looks like. Crafty in Colorado is going to be doing the Swinging Girl. It's the one where the girl sort of, the face is covered up by her blonde hair, and she's wearing a blue dress, and it just shows her from the side kind of swinging, kind of a watercolor type piece. And so she's going to be starting on that one soon. Can't wait to see that one develop. And then AliJuuno's Crafty Corner. I'm really proud of AliJuuno because she used to actually hang out with us when we did our live Stitch With Me's, and was always there for all of those. And now she has her own channel and she's doing her own thing. So she's going to be working on the Wise Owl, which is the one that I showed last week, which is just the owl with the knowledge and wisdom quote within it, without all the background. So super happy that all these different channels are doing all these different patterns. It's really a nice sort of, and it's virtually all the colored stuff. So I'm like, should I do just colored? Or no, I like my black and whites a lot. I think that's kind of what I'm going to be known for, but the color ones, people love color. Who doesn't love color? So if I forgot somebody, please let me know. But I think that's everybody for now. And I, if I don't know if I'm going to have anybody else. Reach out to me if you think you would. I would say at this point, it's got to be a channel less than 1,000, but you have to show me that you're actually working on stuff, that you're actively finishing and actively trying to get your YouTube channel up. And so just because, I could be sending out so many patterns because, everybody with a FlossTube channel just wants to stitch one, which is great. But yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't even know if I understand what I'm saying. So anyway, so there's that. I think, I'm trying to think. I was going to show you my update or my progress on my, my, what do you call it? Wheel of floss. It's not a cone of floss. And so you can see I'm getting closer and closer to kind of finishing this one. I do have a big old replacement. And my husband had a great idea my husband is filled with great ideas. And so, but I'm going to do the next time I start one, I'm going to actually write on the inside, like what date I started on it and maybe even the pattern that I started on it. So that is going to be cool. All right. Man, I still haven't framed. I still haven't been framing stuff. My attention, I'm very much shiny object. I focus so hard on one thing to the detriment of others, and I can't get stuff always done the way that I want to. Man, my throat is allergies overnight. The last couple of days have been terrible. But I really need to focus on that, get that done. And so I've been so obsessed and so riveted on updating all my patterns and stuff, and I'm almost done with the ones that I want to update and do that with, and I can kind of sit back a little bit. It's almost like I've been trying to get everything going at once with my whole cross stitch design business, and I just need to kind of let it come. And I've got a lot done in the last month, but I need to kind of pull back just a little bit, let myself do some other things. This past week has been really busy with lots of trips out to be doing various things, and so I think that's why the stitching has kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit. But hopefully this next coming week I totally can. Football season is starting, and usually when football season happens, I stitch while I watch games. Even though it's preseason, I may still watch. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. There's so many things to be excited for the future. And you guys are truly helping me out with the community. And a bonus, if you're still here at the very end of this video, you're going to be one of the first to find out that on Saturday I'm going to be releasing another Stitch With Me. And this one is going to be this crazy project that I got years ago that I've not really gotten a lot done on. My Old World Map 2. The massive monster project, the lifetime project that I still want to finish and I still want to work on. I got to find time to do it. So I am going to do a Stitch With Me every week on this pattern, I hope. Now, forgive me if I miss a week here and there, because it is a fair bit to kind of do. It took me a little bit of time to figure out how to set up the cameras for the different kinds of Stitch With Me's that I'm doing, but I really want to get some progress done on this pattern. I've been way too slow on it. I do want to devote some time, so I hope you guys enjoy the ride. This is Old World Map 2 from Golden Kite, and we'll see. I'll talk a lot more about this in this Stitch With Me. So this pattern, or this fabric, is like, I remember when I got it, it was like super stiff with the Ada, and now it's like I can just ball it up in a ball. I do that just to make it soft, keep making it soft. Yeah, I'm not, there is a stitcher I think called the proper stitcher. I am the improper stitcher. So, all right, be safe, Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Happy stitching. Stitch what you love. Thank you to all my patrons who have been supporting me for the last couple of months, and the new ones that join all the time. I really appreciate you guys. I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff on there. I share things about getting the business started. I'll put on there like when I'm working on a pattern, as far as a new pattern, put that out there. And I've been asking advice on a variety of different things related to the business. So I appreciate you guys a ton, and I hope we can continue to kind of grow with each other. And but if you're interested in joining, links down below. And so, but it's, you know, if you like my patterns and you are someone who knows that you're going to want to stitch hopefully a lot of my stuff, the Patreon really allows you to both see all the behind the scenes stuff, as well as, if you like, the $7 level is for one pattern. Well, most of my patterns are more than $7 on Etsy or Stitching Jewels, and so it's you know, so you can, I mean, you're saving money and hopefully being entertained at the same time. So and then it goes up from there. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I gotta get this video uploaded so that I can then start working on the Stitch With Me. I'm kind of excited about working on it too. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Be safe. Bye.